Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs. It is a broad spectrum reading for the collective. You need to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. It doesn't mean that anything's broken or wrong. You just might be working on something different at this time. It's originally created for Saturday, the 15th of April, but I do believe that readings are timeless. They find us when we need them, not when they were originally created for. So if you're seeing this on a different date and it still makes sense to your situation, by all means utilize the reading. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there is just some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel, how to contact me via social media to get a private reading or just follow me. Know that I will not contact you to sell you a reading. You have to initiate contact regarding a personal reading, either at my Facebook business page or at my Instagram. And also in that daily drop-down menu, there is simple ways to support the channel. You can hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I do put up daily content, so you will get notified when a new video goes up. Subscribe, leave me a question or comment, or share the video out. I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning energy. That's the Sunday reading. That's a layer beneath this reading, so it just kind of gives another layer to what's going on. You can check that out in the lower left-hand corner at the end of this video if you choose to do so. Let's see what the cards want us to know for today. Okay, so our card for the day is the King of Cups. Get it? All right, Neptune with your Triton. Lots of Cups energy, I have to say. We've seen like the 8, the 9, the 10. I'm going to say this, because from the Sunday reading, we have that 6 of Wands energy underpinning this. I think that we are embracing how we feel and really truly owning it from the highest level possible. Obviously, this is the king, right? And the king, he's an authoritative figure. He's in charge. He's making all the decisions in his life. I believe that we are listening to our emotions and embracing those emotions, but doing so from a place of strength and stability. We're not necessarily overwhelmed by them. We are utilizing them and acknowledging them, but also making, clear decisions from wherever we need to, but probably using our emotional barometer or how we feel about a situation to indicate to us what we need to do or how we need to be, the decisions we need to make, or the things that we need to say, right? Underpinning this is the 6 of Wands from the Sunday reading. So there is this level of success, celebration, acknowledgement. This could be just us simply acknowledging and embracing how we feel from a place of solidarity or strength with this king being present. But it's also about, the decisions that we make or the things that we say, really honoring them and owning them from a place of, feeling spiritually empowered, moving in a direction that we know is right for us, right? Through our feelings and through, our own astute awareness of a situation, through our own past experience. I always get that with kings, the reason why they're kings is because they have a history within the realm, so to speak, metaphorically. They have enough experience to lead the people in a way, right? And so with this King of Cups, it's like we know enough about our emotions or how we feel about a situation or what we've been through that we can put that knowledge to good use. We can still feel the feelings around a situation, right? But we don't need to allow them to sort of cloud our ability to make a decision or to take action. We will do so from a place of compassion, but it might be, with the King of Cups, I always see him as a little bit of a distanced compassion or compassion at arm's length, right? He's going to be kind and compassionate, but he's not going to sell himself short. He's not going to sacrifice himself, the realm, or his life, or his decisions for others, right? The kings are always kind of like in charge and taking the wheel, so to speak, and steering the ship or steering the the their people, right? Their whoever they're in charge of or whatever they're in charge of. There's a certain level of like what I feel like is mastery at maybe the 3D level that we are now putting to good use or making our decisions around, and doing so from a place that we should feel not only emotionally in tune to, but also spiritually, because that Six of Wands would indicate that the decisions and the actions we're taking are leading us towards our desire in a productive and notable way, like something where we should take notice, we should honor it, we should celebrate it, or allow others to celebrate us. You know, if we find ourselves being compassionate towards someone else, we're not necessarily taking over their problems and solving them for them. We might just be holding space for them and allowing them to go through their process if it's something that's going on outside of us. But if it is within us and it's our own process, we're definitely acknowledging our feelings, but not necessarily allowing those feelings around a situation, relationship, or thing to cloud us, if that makes sense. We're in touch with it, but we're still able to make informed, authoritative, correct decisions that lead us where we need to be rather than where maybe the situation wants us or the relationship requires us to be. Let's look at the Rose Oracle. We have the wastelands, sustainability, slow down, and tend to your garden. Well, who would we want to tend to our garden more so than the King of Cups, right? He has water in abundance, right, to water our garden. And the wastelands here look a little bit dry. She's found the one bit of water, the one bit of truth in her emotions, and she's sort of leaning into it and washing herself with it, right? There might be a moment here where we need to withdraw or pull back and listen to what we know to be emotionally true for ourselves. And I almost get this sense of self-preservation, right? Not in a bad way that we're like a victim or anything's harming us, but the King of Cups is going to protect oneself over anyone else, and trust how he feels emotionally. Wastelands indicates that, you know, we might have gone through a tough period or we're in the midst of a tough situation that doesn't seem to feel like it has a way out, or there may not be, you know, it may not be playing out the way that we expected or desired it to, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the road is over, right? If we slow down and we tend to our garden and take care of ourselves first and our needs, doing so from this place of the King of Cups, which would be Cups being more feminine energy, but the King being more masculine, it's kind of, again, this sort of balance of being our own loving father, right? If any of us have daddy issues, no, you know, and I do, so I'm not like calling anybody out or making fun of anybody, but like if any of us have sort of daddy issues, I get this sense that these cards are telling us today's our day to be our own daddy. Um, it sounds so funny to say that, but it's our opportunity to kind of care for ourselves from a place of emotional awareness, but also from masculine kind of protection, support, action that enables us to water our own garden, to slow down, to reassess, and begin to sort of build again within a situation that may have felt dormant, dead, or lacking life, so to speak. Does that make sense? But we have to find that connection to our emotions, right? That's that woman leaning over into that small piece of water amidst the desert. The water, or how we feel, can potentially sustain us, keep us alive, or keep our perspective sort of in tune. I do think that with the King of Cups here, it feels like that water in wastelands, which looks like it's, you know, a fairly limited resource, it expands out because the King of Cups is here. He can create more water. He can create more sense of emotional awareness and security, right? But we have to seek it out, slow it down, tend to our garden, or tend to ourselves and our own growth rather than the growth of, say, a situation or someone else. Let's go to the clarifiers. We have the World, Major Arcana, beginnings and endings, the end of a chapter, the end of an understanding. Also of the card of celebration, right? A card of awareness, a card of taking what we've learned, whether it be hard or challenging, and using that knowledge to sort of move to the next phase, the next chapter, a new way of being within a situation that, with the Six of Wands underneath this, it should be celebratory. It should be empowering, right? And for some of you, this World card could be, shutting the door. Yesterday we saw the Eight of Cups, which is like a walk away card. This could be us completely shutting the door or assimilating the knowledge and putting it to good use and graduating, so to speak, moving to the next level or the next phase, the next viewpoint, perspective that serves us and brings us to a greater degree of knowledge, learning, wisdom that should be celebrated. The next card is the Ten of Swords. We saw this card, I want to say, was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. This is an end to how we've been thinking in a situation or how we've been communicating. Tens, indicate the end of the complete end of the situation for all parties involved. Let me just look at the last clarifier, because I get this sense, the Two of Swords, yeah, we are done. We are done with... The Ten of Swords would indicate being done with how we've been communicating, thinking, or perceiving a situation mentally, right? And the Two of Swords, to me, oftentimes can indicate listening to one's intuition over maybe one's thoughts, or what a situation or person is telling them that they need from us, or that is required of us. The Two of Swords is a boundary card, in my opinion, where she's got those two swords crossing her and she's blindfolded. And sometimes that can be looked at as not having all of the information, but I almost see this blindfold as, no, I'm not going to get involved. And I feel that from a more empowered place, because the King of Cups is here. To me, it feels like, and also all of that water behind her, it's like she's protecting that water. She's protecting her emotions. You see the water also symbolically behind the man laying there with the Ten of Swords. There's this idea that, or the kind of feeling that I get, is that how we feel about a situation really is the indicator as to whether or not we continue forward with this situation in the way that has been going. I don't think that we will, is my feeling. We understand that it's time to take care of ourselves, draw our own boundaries. The Two of Swords would indicate listening to our own intuition and, taking our mental thoughts or what we communicate, or wait, hold on, let me slow down. Taking our mental thoughts or what we communicate and listening to our intuition and melding that with our mind and our mental realm, right? The other thing I was going to say about this is there may not be a whole lot of communication at all coming from us with this 10 and this 2. And we have the right to do that, or the choice, we have the right to make that choice today as we tend to ourselves through the Wastelands card and the King of Cups. We might have to make the hard decision to kind of go silent or draw a boundary and then no longer look at the situation in a way. That blindfold in the Two of Swords is really pulling my attention, but I don't feel like it's a bad blindfold. It's not like there's something that we're not seeing. It feels more like we're choosing not to look at it. We're choosing not to allow it to influence us right now. We're trying to remain focused on our own well-being, our own sort of evolution in a way with this World card here and this release of the Ten of Swords, and move into a new way of thinking, feeling, and thus how we maybe treat ourselves or honor ourselves. We did see Honor Stone this week in the grounding stones. We also have that, underpinning all of this week is that Vision Stone. So if our emotions align with the vision, which that's what would be indicated here, we may need to make, I don't want to say cuts, but we may need to make choices or decisions in thinking or communicating differently in a situation, if communicating at all. We might even want to withdraw communication and put up some boundaries, listen to our intuition and our emotions right now, because that leads to our progression through the World card. It also leads to our ultimate success through the Six of Wands that underpins this. Let me go to the grounding stone. And The grounding stone is just something that we want to ground in today as we're moving through this energy. The word is angel. It is on snowflake obsidian. There's just this one little piece of snowflake there. And here too. It's also on the back, guys. But snowflake obsidian to me, obviously obsidian wards off negativity, but snowflake and obsidian to me is a balance of light and dark, right? It's the darkness of the obsidian, but the white of the snowflake aspect. Calling on our angels, our guides, our higher self, our own connection to spirit too, and aligning it to our emotions is going to be key today. Inviting the angels in if this decision or this boundary is hard for us to draw or stick to. We want to remember to do that. Sometimes when I'm stuck, I forget that I can always invite my angels in and ask for their guidance and see what sort of changes or shifts or perspective enlightenment they can give me around a situation. And I feel like that is what this grounding stone is asking us to do. Maybe we need to call in our guides or our angels to help us to sort of re-maintain our vision around where we want to be or how we want it to feel or what we want it to look like, and allow our evolution to take place through, wanting that or desiring that or moving towards that. We may have to make some changes that feel difficult or that require us to mentally restructure how we communicate or what we think. We're ready to do that, but we may need some outside spiritual help, is my feeling. If we do, by all means, ask for it. Remember too, the angel stone can just remind us that the angels are at work in our life within the situation, even if the situation feels tough. Okay? That is your reading for the day. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please, please, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Share the video out and leave me a question or comment. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for the new Sunday weekly. Have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.